It's your boy Online Davo, and we back with another video. Look, we got a video about Omeezy. Drake and Adin Ross finally got caught. And I seen this, I'm like, what could they have possibly got caught for? Like, what are they in cahoots about? But we gonna get into it, and we're gonna see what we're talking about. Come on.
Young Thug, P. Diddy, Adin Ross, and Drake. 4 people with one thing in common, and that would be that they've all faced RICO charges.
Come on, just added 500K to vault balance, please. Okay, I'm sweating. If you can see my pit stains, I am stressing. Yes. Okay, Drake, we're clear. Yeah, we're clear. We're good. Thank goodness.
We're clear.
Thank you,
we're
Eddie.
clear.
Eddie,
we're
I
clear.
owe you one. I actually owe you one. Oh my
wow.
God.
And my roulette win came through. Oh wow.
Oh my God.
Wow, train. Good Lord. Love to see chat like just talking crazy like, oh yeah, you know, like you guys and you're like fake gambling. Yo, listen to me. When I tell you the amount of hours and the amount of that I've been through with these guys in this chat right here, ups and downs, real money, lending each other money, doing this, doing that. I put it on everything I love. These guys are out here giving you the purest that you can possibly get.
If you haven't...
Wait, what? How's the game so pure, but y'all lending each other money? It sound like y'all blowing through y'all pot. I'm not finna follow nobody who got to keep on lending money to motherfuckers that follow his program. What?
Already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. This is where you'll find all your unemployed news, your hard-hitting investigative journalism, and what's really going on the internet. It will be greatly appreciated. Now, back to the video. Over the past year or so, we've been seeing big-name celebrities do crossover events with these big-name streamers. Most notably, Adin Ross. It started off with the first collaboration with Tory Lanez, and it escalated all the way to Drake, the biggest rapper in the world. Now, the timing of these events couldn't have been any better. Drake was in a particular situation.
I mean, shit, the streaming people, they've been doing their thing. They've been popping for a few years now. So at the height of streaming, yeah, it was publicity. It was publicity for rappers and actresses to get on their shit, to be honest.
After losing a rap battle to Kendrick Lamar, it seemed as though he was turning to Adin Ross to get his cool points and his clout back up. But people were noticing that he was only showing up to do one thing and one thing only. And those were these particular gambling streams.
Yo, Adin Ross just announced the details to his first stream back after months of being inactive.
Okay.
His first stream back is gonna be with Drake. And while doing the stream, they're gonna give away thousands and thousands of dollars.
Okay.
Here's all the things they're giving away right here. And it's just crazy how much they're able to give away. Like, I know this is sponsored by Steak and Kick and Drake.
God.
But bro, they're giving away...
Oh my gosh. If it's sponsored by a gambling company... Oof. Shit. Oof.
4 cars,
Right.
dream vacation, 2 free tickets to go see Drake in Australia perform, 1 year free rent for 2 different people, and $100,000 to a Toronto artist or entrepreneur to start up their business.
Hey, they know they finna make all that money back too. That's the crazy part. These companies don't just give all that stuff out for like a net negative. You feel me? They expect to make probably double that, triple that money back. Cause they're gonna get a few people hooked on that gambling. And it's gonna go downhill. Now you got a customer for life. Just keep on getting them enough promos for them to keep on coming back, bruh. That's why I delete all those apps. I used to gamble. I say, man, fuck this. Hell nah.
This is just crazy. They are literally giving away millions of dollars on this stream back.
Now, this was very odd, especially because Drake had a connection with Kai Cenat, and during the time, there was a division between the Kai side of streaming and the Adin side of streaming. But now we know, at the end of 2025 and the beginning of 2026, why exactly Drake was going on to these streams with Adin Ross. Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations, or the RICO Act, established in 1970, said that these big organizations were coming together and organizing crimes. And that, allegedly, is what the gambling company that backs Kick is being accused of in this latest class action lawsuit that names Drake and Adin Ross as a part of the RICO. From the class action lawsuit, it reads, and I quote, Drake, Ross, and Wynn have also made use of a gambling company to directly transfer money between and amongst themselves using the gambling company's tipping program, an unlimited and wholly unregulated money transmitter that appears to exist outside of the oversight of any financial regulator. Drake and Adin Ross appear to be benefactors in this whole illegal casino. The class action lawsuit is noting that it's actually one of the biggest and...
Nah, they was doing some funny money business? What? But man, I tell you, man, it's your character. Hey, this year it ain't looking too good for Adin Ross. I'm not gonna lie. This might be the year that it started going downhill for Buddy. Cause he just keep on getting himself in situations, and he's a racist. You know what I'm saying? He is his own worst enemy, bro. Good too.
Most profitable illegal casinos. They were paid to be influencers. They were paid to promote this to their audiences. And in return, they would receive not only money, but also botted streams on Drake's music. Yeah, that's right. The same fabricated popularity that Drake was going to court with UMG about Kendrick Lamar. It would be on the flip side, this gambling company. And you know which one I'm talking about. It shows up on every single viral clip that goes around from these streamers. Yeah, they're also being accused of...
You know, it's crazy too. I never even knew what Stake was. I never knew it was even a gambling company. I'm like, what the a Stake? Like what?
Botting streams for Drake's music. Now, I'm gonna peel back the curtain for you guys just a little bit. Very rarely on the internet do you see streamers wagering real money against each other. Whether it be those 2K wagers that popped off back in the day, or the I bet so-and-so $10,000 that I could beat him in a Madden game. Normally happens is they make the flyer, build the exposure, build up, you know, the presence of the actual stream, have people flood in there, create the content, and they get offline. Sometimes they'll do an actual sub exchange, which can be seen through Twitch.
Yeah, see? Nah, nigga. I really need that. If we betting 10 bands, let's bet 10 bands. But then again, I'm not confident in anything enough to bet 10 bands on no video game. I'm not gonna lie. But that makes sense though too. You betting 10 bands every week? Come on, bro.
Cats and all this other stuff. But 9 times out of 10, if I call my buddy and say that we're betting $5,000, it's just for promotion. Nobody's actually really transferring money. But now this is on a bigger scale. They're wagering hundreds of thousands of dollars on a nightly basis. And honestly, it just made no sense.
Both of these men were allegedly paid promoters of the online casino. So the complaint alleges that they live streamed gambling sessions, that they posted giveaways, and presented themselves as actively betting what they have, all while encouraging fans to do the same, but that might not be the case. So the plaintiffs claim there was a crucial detail that viewers weren't told. The lawsuit alleges, quote, though Drake and Ross purported to be gambling with their own online casino cash, it was in fact provided to them by the house.
No duh.
So in other words, the complaint claims.
Of course, bro. Ain't no one out, bro. If they promoting the app, they most likely got sent a couple bands to promote the app. And that's the money they're going to bet with, so they can make whatever bet they want, whatever reckless bet they feel like it. They're going to probably choose one of the riskiest bets. They're like, oh my God, $5. Not going to win 1,000? All I got to do is hit 18 different things? Niggas going to fall for it, bro. You feel me? But it's like, damn, it's crazy because that shit can really suck you in too. You got to be safe with that, bro. There's some people who have restraint. I'm not totally against it, but I don't think that it should be promoted on every single thing, and it's fucking up the game now, messing up all these sports events, and people be crashing out. It get like that, bro. Real money, people put their mortgage on games. It gets serious.
That the gambling that audiences saw wasn't truly personal risk. It looked real enough to influence viewers into wagering their own money, but that wasn't the case. They were being falsely misled.
I remember seeing those tweets every single weekend. So-and-so big name celebrity put a huge amount of money down on such and such boxer. And I always knew something was fishy, but what it did was it drew a lot of...
Damn, so that's what that nigga been posting this whole time? Wow, that's crazy. They ain't know. So Jake, every time the nigga Jake been posting those crazy ass bets, he was promoting the whole time? I never even knew. Damn. Shit.
People to get to these platforms to then put their own real money down in exchange for these tokens and coins that were platform specific. And that's how they kind of swept everything underneath the rug. But I'm here to tell you that all those times on all those streams where people were playing all of those games and they were wagering different things, or they were just playing the slots with big money payouts, that wasn't their actual money. That was all on the house.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Well, this is where you really need to lock in because it gets worse from here in my opinion. In a past video where I highlighted NBA players going through their own sort of investigation about gambling, I talked about how bad online gambling is getting in the United States. The statistics behind it are actually quite tremendous. We're talking about depression, anxiety, foreclosures, bankruptcies, DV, and then even life-ending events, all backed by, you know, people being addicted to this harmful entity. It's personally why you...
I'm telling you, bruh. I'm telling you, that gambling stuff gets so serious. Yeah, and then it's nowadays, bro, you barely make enough money to live. You're going to try to bet your remaining $20 you got so you could hopefully win 200, so you could hopefully win 300 to have you some little spending money. And then you just keep on chasing that high. Next thing you know it, you just better off just stacking that little $20 a week and then treating yourself to something nice. But you blew it all through 5 weeks. So, man, I'm telling you, man, it's an easy way to fast track debt. For real, bro. I'm telling you, if you gamble right now and you be off and on, just delete that shit, bro. Just delete the app. That's what I did. I deleted the app. I ain't been thinking about it since. I haven't even had a thought of gambling. You feel me? And then you start seeing all this shit rigged, and then also it takes the enjoyment away from the sport. Like if you really like basketball, you really like football, soccer, baseball on a fundamental level, then you don't want to bet your money on that, bro. You're gonna be looking at that shit differently. I'm telling you, man. Stop while you're ahead, bro.
Have not seen, and I know I've done some stuff before in the past, but forgive me, any sorts of gambling ads on this platform. Influencer marketing is a big deal, and I do not want to be a part of putting this onto my audience. But this would be the claim as to why Drake and Adin Ross hold so much responsibility. Allegedly, they've been using their faces and their notoriety in order to promote these apps, these platforms, for people to have real money losses in the gambling space. Framing these meetups and collaborations,
I mean, it does give it some sort of legitimacy for the people who can't see through it. You get what I'm saying? Like, for other people, for the adults, people with some little life experience, they're looking at that situation funny. Like, why are they always betting? They ain't betting that much money every day? That seems kind of weird. But someone else might be like, shit, if they betting 400K, I could bet my little 100. I could take my 100 out the savings and bet real quick. It get like that, bro.
As they are real friends, you know, making it seem more genuine, getting people to get into these low risk, high fun situations, and then also framing it as if it's their own money on top of that. Dragging these fan bases who are the direct audiences that these gambling companies want to be in front of is actually quite nasty. I think it says a lot about these streamers because they know how big of a bag it is, and they know how bad this type of bag is for you, whether it be for them specifically or for their audience. Adin Ross is allegedly quit gambling multiple times for this exact reason.
Sorry, you don't put yourself first, you get fucked every time. And that's anything in life. So what I could tell you guys is this: when I stop my steak deal in 18 more days, when I stop these desktops in 18 more days, I'm meeting everyone in Miami at the warehouse. SSB as a whole, no more steak deal for anyone. They have their deals because of me. I'm not allowing it to be streamed for easy.
Yeah, after niggas done already lost hella money, we don't give a fuck no more. People don't already spent their money on it. You shouldn't have done it in the first place. See, that's what I be talking about, bro. Bro, these people come on here to do something purposely, and then they live by the mindset of do it now, apologize later. That's the mindset they live by, bro. Like, come on, man. You can't, as you get older, you just go through life. You start realizing a lot of people do shit because they really want to do it. Some situations, yeah, there's benefit of the doubt. Yeah, there's a little bit of grace. But most times, people know what they're doing. They just hope that it doesn't bite them in the ass. Niggas have already lost all types of money betting because you was promoting it, bruh. Don't try to be all, yeah, I can't do that shit no more. Nah, man. The fuck up.
Money anymore for them.
No, easy money.
You'll see. You'll know that I'm serious when there's no gambling on my platform. You'll see. So when you guys see that, when you do see that, that's when you'll really be like, oh fuck, Adin's really meaning it. I talked to Top today. After these 61 days, I'm gonna take a break from steak. Will I do it again if I want to travel to fucking Mexico or whatever? I'll do it for streamer stuff.
See?
I'm not basing it anymore off my content anymore. It's holding me back.
But of course,
he want to get out, but not too much. He don't want to completely burn the bridge. He just want to, close it down for a little bit, let some time go by till people forget. I'm telling you, bro. These niggas be clowns.
Adin Ross couldn't stay away from the money for too long. He went back into those gambling streams. I really want to paint a broader picture here because this RICO Act is encompassing pretty much everything that we talked about on the channel for the past 2 years or so. When you see these streamers and content creators having all of a sudden this big influx of money, when you see these platforms signing these guys to huge contracts even though they genuinely didn't want to be on these platforms. And then also when you see this clip epidemic.
2 year 80 miller? Shit. Boy, them streaming niggas was getting money, weren't they? I mean, they still are, but god damn. NBA contracts.
Because that's also a part of the situation. You understand just how incestuous this type of promotion, illegal gambling content, nasty behavior is going on. Every time you see a clip circulating around the internet from one of your favorite streamers, it has a big logo attached to it. And that serves as one purpose and one purpose only. So that you, the consumer, can always be seeing this. It's a perpetual ad. It never leaves, it never dies. The way that most people see it is, hey, Kai Cenat or Duke Dennis or DDG are supporting these.
You keep on seeing it, you're like, damn, I done seen this motherfucker like 6 times in the past 2 days. You're like, man, let me search this up real quick. Now you search it up, now they bring you in. Hey man, I'm telling you, they know how the human brain operates. You kind of got to operate a company of that magnitude, especially when it comes to something psychological like gambling. You got to understand the human mind, bro. That's really crazy too. They really use your own mind against you for profit.
Platforms. That's why it's on their video, right? Let me go check it out. All the while that's not the case, these clip pages and these platforms have sold their asses and ultimately undersold their creators. They're all a part of it. It just depends on who's more involved in any given situation. Now, before anybody gets to pulling out the cape saying that this person didn't know about this person didn't know about that, this is not the first time, nor will it be the last time that an influencer has been a part of some sort of scheme or scam to use their audience and put them in front of what would be some sort of addictive and insidious company. Logan Paul, who I'll probably cover later this week as well, is currently being looked into for his liquid marketplace Pokemon card scam. He also was a part of that CryptoZoo scam from not too long ago that hasn't been resolved yet. We know about FaZe Banks using Adin Ross and his streams in order to get off a crypto scam as well. One that nobody benefited from. Everybody got rug pulled on.
I'm telling you, bro. Man, people start seeing money, they start doing things. It's crazy. There's not a lot of real ones left out here, bro. Alright? So if you see someone that, man, start paying attention to how people perceive themselves. No, start paying attention to how people represent themselves online, man. All right, it's getting crazy.
And they all are left high and dry when really they're all still millionaires living on boats and yachts after being in debt. Ain't that right, Banks? Ain't that right? And don't forget the Haktua girl who was also a part of a rug pull and then came to Twitter Spaces to save face, but ultimately has benefited financially from it as well. At the end of the day, the people that are suffering are you, me, us, the influence, the people that look up to these people, especially these people who have had long-standing names in the industry, people who you may have grown up on, people who may have the soundtrack of your life or some of the best moments that got you through the pandemic, or, you know, you just found generally entertaining that gets you through the day.
And they gonna use that for their financial gain. Even if they know they fucking you over. Don't give a fuck, who are you? Just another number. You're just another potential buyer. Damn.
Day-to-day life. You consume them while walking on campus, you consume them while cleaning out the grease trap or moving boxes from floor to trailer to wherever in the UPS facility. These people know for a fact that you are pretty much addicted to them, your influence. And that is why they are leveraging this amount of influence in order to push something that we know is super addicting to a young male audience. And that's gambling. No different than those that push like the and the alcohol and the drugs. Gambling is a real addiction, and these influencers need to be stopped in a fast way.
Nah, he ain't lying though. Shout out to Meezy for the video. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Hopefully y'all don't think I ever try to give y'all no bad advice. Everything I say, I be trying to say stuff that, you know, I would live in my own life. You feel me? And it's like, man, these YouTubers, streamers, all that, bro, they don't have no moral compass. You feel me? At some point, it became more than them. It started becoming about the money. It started becoming about the cars, the hoes, the fame, the glory, all that. You know, somewhere along the way, they just stopped getting a fuck. You know, so Hopefully y'all identify that in people and identify in the content y'all consume, because whatever you consume consumes you. I'm gone. Peace.